Hello. Ooh, squeaky squeak squeaks. Right, hang on. I need to figure out what's going where, because I haven't figured that out yet. I'm assuming the volume's okay mic wise. Is that going out? Hang on. It has. Okay, why is it a weird... Why is that chopped off there? Hang on. I know it is there. Well, that's all right then, isn't it? Yep. Okay. Got it. Got it, got it, got it. Now. Hang on. Fiddly and McFiddle fiddles. McFiddly fiddles. I don't know if I need to. No, I will have that song because that'll cause me problems. Do I need to alter... I don't know if I can alter mic settings while I'm in and about. Hang on. Let's just check something first. Okay, that might be better. Because last time I noticed that even though I didn't have the input particularly high, there was a lot of distortion on the mic. So that might help a little bit. I'm not sure. And what was the other thing I wanted to try out? God. There were specific things I wanted to test after watching the previous one back. I've forgotten what they were already. Okay, what am I getting notified of? I'm getting notified of something. Hang on a wee minute. Just hang on a cotton picking, chicken licking minute here. It's not what I want. I want to close that off. Why won't it let me close it off? There we go. It's telling me I've gone live, but it's asking if I want to go live. That's weird. What's going on there? I'm just a tad confused. I know sometimes it's easily done. It's been a really, really fucking stressful day. Hang on. Okay, so. Oh yeah, the last time I was here, I put a video in and it was really laggy, so I'm going to try that. Let's try that. No, I don't want to screen share, that's the wrong thing. I want to add a source. No, I don't. I want to add a guest because they've just arrived, so we'll do that other part later. Hello. Hang on, I don't know if you can hear me. Ooh, hang on, what is going on with that? I can hear that back, wait a minute. Let's just find out what's going on audio wise. Do I need to turn that music down? Is it really loud?
It's not loud on my mic.
Okay, that's fine. I can't hear it at all now because I've switched the desk over to hear you. But as long as the voices aren't like all over the shop, it doesn't matter about music or no music, or in fact I might just stop music and not have any. How the hell are you? I feel like I've not spoken to you for ages. That's true. It has been a while. No, well,
my last one was this year's Eve, actually. On Twitch here, about a week in January.
the thing that's been putting me off going full throttle onto Twitch is the fact that we can't do this natively. And obviously I'm going to want to go back to, you know, we did that thing with Rusty and you know, I'm loath to use the word interview, but do chats with people. And I can't do it natively on Twitch. Unless it's, you know, it's got to be super complicated. You've got to sort of input something else in. So I'm trying to find an easy way.
Are you still using VPNs right now, or Restream?
Your audio is really dropping in and out, Chris. I'm struggling to hear what you're saying.
Sorry.
Is it coming from your headphone or is it coming from your mic?
I could take my headphone off. I just don't want to echo.
No, that's okay. It's just I don't know what it is. It's just it's sort of like you're dropping in and out. Like I'm catching part of what you're saying and not catching full words. If that makes sense. Like I don't know what that is.
Is there some sort of voice cancellation setting or something?
I haven't enabled any settings other than the one that my auto gain for my mic. So maybe I'd need to fiddle with settings. Do I maybe?
Yeah, maybe. I can hear it's fine. I don't hear it drop out. Is it like the front or back saying dropping out or something?
It just sounds like sometimes your volume's fine and then it's like choppy, you know. Sometimes it sounds fine, but it's like you're getting halfway through a sentence and the volume's just dropping out, so I'm catching only part of what you're saying.
Oh.
So I feel really, really bad because you just told me something and I didn't catch what it was.
Oh, you didn't catch what I'm saying at all?
No, I'm catching. That's what I'm saying. I'm catching bits of it.
Okay.
And I don't want to keep saying say that again because it's that gets annoying.
Yeah, I'm looking up here at the mic up in the corner, like the display. Like it's either
The thing is, this whole thing is about testing this out, right? So we can both go back and listen back. Because what I'm hearing now might not be what goes out over the broadcast.
Right. It could just
Exactly. So we'll figure that out. It's not a big deal. But no, I don't want to have to learn all the ins and outs and bits and pieces and everything to do with OBS, Chris. I don't want to have to... Like, I don't have any interest in it.
No, I understand.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I understand... Look, people who want to do streaming and want to be streamers, I totally get them, you know, the need to know the ins and outs. But I'm not... I just I want to just switch the thing on and go, hiya!
No, and we want to graphics, that's the difference.
And I'm not bothered about that. I'm happy with, do you know what? I'll even take this off. I'm happy with a blank screen. I've got a little backgroundy thing going on, right? But I'm happy to even just have a plain black screen. Nothing arty-farty. Just, you know, the faces on the screen of whoever it is. What I do want to do is I want to fiddle with the layouts on this because I don't know. Right, okay, so how do I switch you to be the big screen? There we go. So I can do what I did on the other platform where I had guest large and myself small in the corner. That's an option on here, so that's good. That's what I'm just fiddling with.
I'm going to try taking my Bluetooth off just to see what happens.
Okay.
Volume.
Drum roll. Dun dun dun.
What is that beep?
Okay, now there's an echo. So what I'll do is I'll go in and fiddle with. Hang on the settings. Wait a wee minute. Audio isolation. Right, say something now.
Testing.
That's the echo gone. That's fine, and I can hear you. You're not dipping in and out. So it might have been the.
It might have been the Bluetooth. Plus, I'm running through a voice meter, so I actually just my microphone. Just raised that up.
You sound so much clearer now. I can hear everything you're saying.
Oh, good. Yeah, it must have been trying to go through my earbuds because I think they do have a microphone, but it's shit. So
That would make sense now because I'm like, what?
yeah.
Yeah, cool.
So what did you have to do to stop the echo on your side then?
So when you go into, I don't know if you have the same settings or anything, but at the bottom there's like a little cog, and there's audio settings, and there's
Oh, I see it.
an option for echo cancellation, and I just switched that on.
Oh, good.
So, and that's cleared that up. So that's
Great.
good.
Yeah, I this is the first time I've ever been on Restream before. I've never used it or anything. So
This is only the second time I've ever been on it, and the last time I did it all on my lonesome. So I'm so glad you're here to help me test it out.
So that's great. So you're just in Restream then, and then you're tying in your Twitch account directly to it?
Yes.
Okay, so you're not going through OBS at all?
Not at all. It's coming straight from Restream, and it's going to YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It's not going to Facebook because this is the free version. So that would only go to a personal profile. So if I wanted to put it out to, say, my radio Facebook page or anything like that, I would need to upgrade to a paid version, which I might do actually if I like it enough. But I want to see how far I can, take it without having to actually pay. If I do start interviewing people, I would want the option for them to connect their social media as well, and that's a paid option. So at the moment, it's only going out to my social media, but if I was on the paid version, you could connect yours.
I see. So it's a lot like what Haps had then.
It is, except the layout's nicer.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I mean that it's interesting. I just didn't know that something like this
It's very similar to Haps, even layout wise. Just even that whole sort of like going in and the noise cancellation. That's a new thing they've got on their new version. On their new, we never had that on the. It didn't seem to be necessary on the original version. But now it's the same as what we just discovered there. If you don't have headphones in, there's an echo. So they've got an echo cancellation option as well. So that's obviously similar. Don't know what you'd call that. Infrastructure.
Yeah, similar functionality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I forgot. Yeah, the thing about this is you don't need to have. Person doesn't need to take out an account. Like on Haps, to get Rusty in, I needed to get him to set up a Haps account.
Right. This is just like Zoom then, basically.
It's just like Zoom. You just give the person the link and they can come in. And I really like that idea. So I haven't come across anything that I've not liked so far. I haven't come across anything and thought, oh, well, no, I'm not sure about that. Like, it just seems nice and straightforward.
It does. Well, and the fact that you can customize it a bit too seems cool, like a background or whatever, and just keep it simple,
Yeah, well, there are free background options. The little countdown clock that I had at the start, that's theirs. And then obviously as you start to pay for your, you start paying your fee, your subscription, you can add more, you can add your own custom stuff to that, I mean, there's a little thing at the top that says Restream, that you can get rid of that if you pay. I'm not bothered about it being on the screen, it's fine. I'm happy for people to know that that's what I'm using, it's not a big deal. So, yeah, there's nothing that I would say that would put me off from using it, to be honest.
It doesn't show, like I'm just looking at it here on Twitch too, and it doesn't have anybody's name. Like it doesn't show my name is that an option where you can like show who you're talking to? Like what they put in as names?
You would think so, wouldn't you? Hang on, let's have a look. So
that's why I figured that you should play around and figure out all the different things you can do.
Yeah. So I've got captions. I've got a thing at the side that says captions, right? I don't think you've got that on yours, have you? You wouldn't have access to it.
No, I just have share screen, play local video, and settings. That's it's part of settings.
So you have the ability to share video and things as well. See, I didn't know that.
That's what it says. Yeah, share screen
Well, that's cool.
and play
On
local video.
on the other platform, guests can't do that. It's only the broadcaster, so that's good to know.
That's true. Although I could try clicking on it just to see what it says.
See what happens. Yeah.
Yeah, looks like.
I don't think I have my name on it either. Oh no, your name is there, Chris. Look.
Okay, now it is. Yeah.
So maybe the reason you didn't have it
Now
there is
can you
because
see?
I had put a caption up. See if I do this, right? It says follow me on Twitter, right? So our names go away. So it must be if I hide that again, our names come up.
That's weird. So I just tried sharing the screen and it doesn't seem like it's working.
Try it again. I think there's something I might need to do. Hang on.
Let me see. Let me do a window here.
I was too busy fiddling with the name thing to pay attention. Sorry. I think there might be something.
Right.
I think there's something that I might need to toggle on to make it work.
Sure. I just closed the window.
I'm so glad you're here.
Yeah, thanks for inviting me. It's cool. It's good to see you.
I know. I feel like we've not spoken for an age. We need to rectify that, actually. Okay, so I see your little thing at the side underneath you, and if I touch that, that should, there we go, it's brought it up.
Has it brought it up?
I don't know what it is that you're sharing. I can't, it's not very clear.
Oh, it's a list of, I shouldn't do that. A list of some of the records I just bought.
Oh.
I'll close it out now. I was just looking at, I've been sorting through my vinyl and selling some vinyl at the same time buying some vinyl.
Oh, can never have too much vinyl. So that works then. That's good to know.
Yeah.
But I need to grant permission. So the guest can add something, but it doesn't just automatically come up. The broadcaster has to allow it, which is that's a really good idea. See what I mean? Right. Every time I discover something new, I'm like, oh yeah, that's good. Oh yeah, that's good. Like there isn't anything that I've thought, oh god, I don't like that. Like I haven't. Right. What I haven't done is I haven't gone into Twitch to see what it looks like.
It looks pretty basic. I'm looking at it on my phone here off to the side. I have the volume down and it's just a black screen basically with our pictures and then the Restream up in the corner with Todd Rice's little, whatever that chat thing is that they do.
I think it's I think it's some kind of
some sort of bot thing, I think.
Bot, yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that before.
Make sure that I've got the volume off on mine as well. So I've opened up Twitch on my screen. Yeah. So if there's
a bit of a delay.
I'm going to try and type something in and see how long the delay actually is.
Okay.
I also want to test something out as well.
Okay. That's this private chat too. I'm going to type something in here.
Yeah, and that's a good idea. Hang on.
See how that works. Did you get that?
How long does that take for that to come through? Okay, so it doesn't take too long to come through. And you see the emojis. Now that's interesting. On the other platform, I don't want to keep saying its name.
I know.
When a comment comes in from Twitch with an emote on it, all you see is the text command for the emote. You don't actually see
the
picture of the emote, right? Whereas that's just come through as the picture of what the emote actually is.
Is that the emote of you with the bra on your head?
It is.
You look like a ninja. It's like a little, it's like when it's so small like that. I know what it is just because I know
but you know what it is. Yeah.
But yeah, you look like
it's clearer on the.
It looks kind of like a ninja.
It's clearer on the Twitch screen. What I need to figure out, and I need to pick Badgie's brain, is when someone types an emote in her stream.
Yeah.
It comes across her screen.
Yeah.
And I don't know I don't know if that's an OBS thing or if that's a Twitch thing.
That's a Stream Elements thing.
Got you.
Twitch
Okay.
Twitch doesn't do that automatically. It's a from what I understand. I use some Streamlabs stuff, which I'm going to try to get rid of, but I'm trying to learn more about the Stream Elements. I think it's a Stream Element thing that you incorporate then into OBS. Most of those things you add as like a browser. The Stream
Yeah.
Elements basically show up as like a something, on a server somewhere. So then you put it into OBS as like a little browser
But see, I'm trying
prompt
to
or
avoid using
browser.
OBS
Yeah,
if I possibly
that's
can.
right.
It
Yeah,
doesn't
this
seem.
is going to be as simple as it gets, unless Restream has some of those options. But I haven't seen anybody doing that. I don't know. I know Blaine and Wilson use Restream. I think I've
Oh,
seen
do
them,
they? See, I haven't
but
been
I
into that.
don't. Yeah, I don't know if they use the emotes though flying around. I haven't watched them enough to remember.
I just haven't gone through all of Twitch have their own like extensions and things, like things that you can add. And I don't know if it has to be done through OBS or if there's something on a Twitch extension that
I
could be
see.
added in. It's not worth me learning OBS to do that.
Twitch does, but I think you have to get the Twitch Studio. It's which is like OBS. You
Got ya.
download the Twitch Studio,
Okay.
which is their own version kind of OBS. And
Again,
since I know OBS, I've been just using that.
Again, that seems superfluous if I'm doing this. Then do you know what I mean? Like, how can you have multiple? I can't be bothered.
Right. And you know what? It's just like I'm not. I actually was just designing some emotes yesterday, and it's like trying to find broadcasts or streams to go on just to test them out. I noticed that there's really a lot of people that don't actually do that, where they have the emotes flying around.
Yeah, because I've only ever seen it on Badgie's streams. I've never seen it anywhere else. But it's funny because I just got a whole load of emails today saying your emote and then the name of it has been approved, because you've got to get them all approved. And I got all these emails all coming through today saying this has been approved, that's been approved, that's been approved. I'm like, oh, now I've got these things I can play with in other people's, because people can't just people don't just use them in your stream. You can, because they're
right.
use them. So I'm just going to like randomly pop up with a banana in somebody's chat for no reason.
I'm going to try that. You want to see some of my?
Yeah.
I've got two that have been so far approved, and I've got the little green vinyl records. Do you see them popping up there?
Yep.
And then
I'm going to go into the actual Twitch screen because they're bigger there. I can see them better. Yeah.
And then I made popcorn.
Oh.
Little popcorns.
I'm
going to have to figure out how to get those popping on my screen, because that's the idea.
I've got a popcorn one. Do you want to see my popcorn one?
No, sure, yeah.
I'll get my popcorn ready as well.
Is it like a? Oh, it's you actually. Yeah.
Holding a bag of popcorn.
Okay. Yeah, that's tiny.
All of the emotes are screen grabs of streams. They're all screen captures. They're all screenshots of something that's happened on stream.
I see.
I decided that would be the theme, because
I'm surprised they got approved so quickly, because there's one that I have which is like a 3D cube with my original, my profile picture from the other place on the side of one of the cubes. And what I read is the picture ones usually take a while to approve because they haven't approved that. Hey, Brenda.
I submitted those a couple of days ago, so it took a couple of days for them to get back to me. Yeah. But hi, Brenda. The animated one hasn't. But I only submitted that yesterday, so I didn't send that in at the same time. There's an animated one, and it's how I always say "for fuck's sake" on a stream. So the animation is of me going like that. My hand on my head and my hand, like that's the emote, that's the animated. So I'm waiting for that. It's a GIF. I'm waiting for that to be approved, but the rest of them all got approval, so I was like, woohoo!
Cool.
I wasn't sure about the banana one because I thought that's slightly risky, like they might not.
Oh yeah, right.
But they did, so.
I'm surprised that you want to keep that banana thing going.
Do you know what though? It's like I'm doing it on purpose. Like I'm owning it now. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm taking it back. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I gotcha. Yeah.
That whole thing of supposedly trying to humiliate me. Oh, have you got a commercial? I thought I had disabled that stuff.
That's the part. Well, yeah, I don't know how you do that on. Oh yeah, you have to go into the Twitch the the studio.
You know,
or
I thought I
the
had done all that and said that there
Mm.
couldn't be any, like, I thought it was like an hour or something. Like you adjust it to how often you have it, and I had it like the widest possible.
Right.
I don't
I think
want
it's
what.
still, I think those are for the ones that come on a time schedule. I think people that come into a broadcast, you have to like click on the one that says skip for like 10 minutes or whatever. I don't know. That's what I haven't
I'll
figured
go
out yet.
back
I
in and
haven't.
have another little look, because I thought I had left it
Yeah,
so that nothing would get played for at least an hour. Because I'm thinking I'm not going to be on
first.
very often for more than an hour, and if I am, then an advert's fine, you know?
Right. Yeah. No, I'm trying to figure out how that all works too with the
Welcome
advertising
back.
because I don't want them to like just pop right up
Yeah,
right
no,
away.
no, no, because that puts people off. They're like, oh, fuck this. We just watched one to get
Yeah. I
into
can
the
wait.
room, and now we're going to have to sit and watch
Right.
another one. Yeah, no, no.
Oh, welcome back, Brenda. Thanks. We were just talking about trying to figure out, we need to figure out, we're new to this. We're trying to figure out how to block out the commercials so that you guys aren't getting them
Yep.
right off the bat. We're new affiliates and I haven't really done too much recently. So I'm
We're
trying to
just
figure it
trying
out
to learn
myself.
everything all at once. I mean, it took me ages to even get my head around the emote thing. I'm like, oh my God, like, how do I even? Because most people have the little drawn ones. And I'm like, how do
Mhm.
I even? And I thought, well, I have a ridiculously expressive face, right? I do. And I have no control over it. Like, I don't particularly want to, but I do. So there's been some hell of a funny faces that have been pulled on live streams over the years. And I thought, I'm going to go back and see what I can find, even in the past couple of months. And sure enough,
Mhm.
I've managed to find enough to fill all of the little emo, the ones the tiers that they ask you to do.
Oh, really?
I've managed to,
Uh,
yeah, yeah.
oh, wow.
So
Yeah. Like I said, I've only made like 3 and I'm still trying to figure out what I'm going to do with the rest of them.
it's buffering. Is it buffering? Hang on, let me go into my Twitch. It's not buffering on my Twitch, so it must be you.
Yeah. I don't see any on my Twitch or on my computer.
If I go in here, I can go. I'm not very quick with this. I'm a bit slow.
Also, yeah, you should, if you're going to interview somebody, you should take the batteries out of your smoke detector.
I know can you hear that?
Uh-huh. Yeah. The
So
beep,
fucking annoying. And do you know why it's super annoying? Because
it's hard to reach and get to
very,
and take
my
out.
ladders are outside and I don't want to bring them back inside. They're all covered in mud. So getting up to it's a pain in the arse. But I don't even need that smoke detector. I've got wired ones. They made it law here that you needed to have
Mm,
wired
right.
um
Yeah,
um
hardwired. Yeah.
yeah,
Electrical.
hardwired, and that they're and it's a tiny little flat, but you've got to have like one per public room or some shit. Like the Scottish government have made this a law that everybody has to have
Yeah.
this. So I don't even need the battery operated one because there's 3 fucking normal hardwired.
Yeah.
Like how many smoke
You just need,
detectors do you need?
you just need to smash it down.
Get myself a big pole and just go nuts with it. That's annoying that you can hear that because I've got so used to it that I've blocked it out.
Mhm.
Right, I'll need to fix
Yeah,
that.
it's there.
Thank you for drawing my attention to that,
Yeah.
Chris. I bet you that's on the recording for the radio as well.
Oh, really? No.
Well, it
For
will
the
be.
show, yeah, the show's going to be on in a bit, right? Half an hour.
Yeah, it goes on at 9. I thought I would schedule this for 7 because an hour is never long enough to chat. Once we start chatting, an hour goes like that. I thought,
Yeah.
well, if I start it at 7, then it gives us up to a couple of hours before the show starts. And then, of course, I hadn't actually finished recording it because lots of
You
reasons.
waited.
I was way behind time.
Yeah.
So I was literally still recording it. And of course, I got an email saying, are we getting a show today? I'm like, I'm working on it. I
Oh,
want
no.
to do
Yeah.
it. So, of course, I was absolutely ravenous. And my stomach was making hell of a loud noises because I hadn't eaten today. So I thought,
Yeah. Did you sleep last night, I hope? Or have
I
you been
went,
up?
well, I went, see, that's the thing. I was up all night doing the playlist. And I finally went to bed at about 5:30, 6 o'clock this morning. And then I slept in, Chris. I thought I'll have a 2-hour nap and I'll get
Oh,
up. When
yeah.
the girls are going to school, I'll get up and I realised what I just said there. I'll get up and, do
Do
it
the
then.
things.
And I didn't. I fell asleep. I slept through.
That's right. Yeah. Helen with a
So
broom knocking the smoke alarm off the ceiling. There you go. Just smash it
just
down.
smash it down. The thing is, it's still functional. I should really just get. I need a new set of ladders. The ladders that I've got are rickety, and I've left them out in the garden because they're so rickety. It's like, okay, well, they're okay for kind
Yeah.
of propping against the hedge, but you know, they're a bit rubbish for interior DIY when you're drilling through walls. So I need to get a new set of ladders.
Yeah, it's not, you must have high ceilings. With ours, you can just usually stand up on a chair and get to
No,
them.
do you know what? For Edinburgh, the ceilings are actually quite low because this was built in 1930. So this is a
Mhm.
more modern property. Whereas
Right.
the flat that my mum's in, it's like the
19th
Georgian,
century.
yeah,
Yeah.
proper high ceilings. There's no danger you'd get anywhere near it.
Mhm.
But I guess they're higher than average, than what you would consider average, but they're low for Edinburgh. Does that make sense?
It does. Yeah. No, I understand.
I'm just testing out this thing as well. I like having that
Oh,
separate. You know how on the other platform you had to
yes.
switch off and on a padlock, and sometimes you'd forget to either switch padlock on or off. It was the same chat thing.
Oh, yeah. I
So
never really did too much of that. So yeah, no, I know what you mean though. But yeah,
yeah,
it would
so
default to being, um, yeah, private, and
well
then you'd have to
when we
undo
did
it.
our round tables, because I was
Mhm.
invited into a couple of those. You would have the option, obviously, you'd be talking to the other people that were on the thing, or talking to Peter and Pablo while you were doing that, and it's so easy to forget to put
Right.
the padlock on. And then it was
Mhm.
public chat, and there was never anything that was particularly private, but still, you know, you thought you were having a conversation one on one, and you weren't because
Right.
everybody in the room could read the comments. Whereas I
Yeah.
like that
So
that's
it's
a
nice
separate
that this
little
is
box.
separate.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, do we have an echo? I thought we'd cancelled the echo. Who is it that's echoing, Brenda?
Is it me when I'm talking?
I
I'm
don't
not
hear
hearing
I
anything.
don't hear
It
an echo
seems
from
really
you.
clear.
Yeah, agreed. I don't hear an echo. Dun dun dun. This is what this is all about, though. We're trying to figure out like what we need to do to. I'm gonna shift us around and see what happens. Okay, so that's
Oh yeah.
that. Okay, that's actually not too bad. I like
Yeah, but
the.
why would you want that though? I mean,
Well, if I'm interviewing someone, I would rather be
right.
smaller,
Yeah,
kind of like picture in picture, like how the old place we had it at the top instead of at the bottom, didn't we?
right.
This is okay for general chit chat.
I don't know. I like that. Even with the interview, I like the having both faces like that.
Do you think so?
I think so because I think in an interview, a lot of times, especially the ones that you do, the interviewer and interviewee is just as important. You know, it's not like sometimes on TV you just see the person being interviewed.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I like the ones where you can kind of see both. But oh, there you go too. That's interesting.
Do you prefer being on top or alongside? Let's just keep it alongside.
Yep, alongside works.
You're like trying to contain it. Oh man, I've missed this. All my peeps have left. I miss my people.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's yeah. Everybody's kind of dispersed out into the wild. It feels like.
Mm-hmm. I feel like I've only just reconnected with badges again as well.
Yeah, I've been pretty much on Twitch, just kind of watching a lot of people and trying
Mm-hmm.
to support a bit and here and there, trying to figure it all out. And also behind the scenes, I'm trying to relaunch. I got rid of my name as the my username on Twitch. I figured it's probably better to be less personal, like that. But then also I want to do so many things. So my idea for my new channel, I guess, is to have the show where I'm doing my 3D models and doing all
Mm-hmm.
that stuff, but then also doing DJ sets.
Yep.
Still planning on doing that. So
Yep.
it's just a matter of
Well,
trying to
you're
figure it
so
out.
good at them. It would be a shame to not do
Oh,
them.
yeah. Right now I'm working on all the videos and graphics, all the bumper stuff actually for doing this as like kind of a network. So I've got like a bunch of station identification stuff, a bunch of show intros that I'm working on. That's why, but I haven't like, that's why I haven't been on doing this stuff
Because you've
because
been
I've been
working
busy
behind the
like
scenes.
behind the scenes
I
trying to
actually
get
think
print,
I wanted to
you
chat
know,
to
like
you about
the logo.
commissioning you on something, but we'll talk about it off here.
Okay.
I keep meaning to, message you, and I feel like I've got so much happening as well. And 1 week, I feel like I've just done one show and put it out, and then it's time to re-record the next one. Like that week just goes
Mhm.
boom. Like I just don't know what's happened. Do you know the band Donny has been trying to phone me for about 2 weeks, and we just keep missing each other, and I haven't had a chance to, and they've got gigs coming up. We need to discuss stuff, and I haven't
Mhm.
found the time to call him back. Like, and he's like
Oh,
my best friend, and I still haven't managed to, I just don't have time. I just don't have time. Time just seems to just. It's so weird. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's me or, well, obviously
yeah.
it's me.
I'm distracted by a lot of things right now. I mean,
Hmm.
obviously, what's going on in Ukraine has been
Oh
the
yeah,
last week is
horrendous.
just a mess for me.
Hmm.
But
So
yeah.
sad.
And before that, I had the kids with the COVID, so it's been
Yeah, you've been
yeah.
going through a
Only
lot.
one of them actually got it, but you know, everybody was out of school, so it's just like,
Yep.
uh,
I know. Well, we had it just before Christmas, and
right?
we haven't. I'm saying we. I feel like I still haven't quite got over it. You think you're fine, and then you'll be laughing, and suddenly you'll just hear this hacking cough that comes from nowhere. And I never
Mhm.
have a cough. Like that's not a thing. I don't smoke or anything. There's no reason for it. And it's like, okay, whatever that was still hasn't cleared the system completely, obviously, because it's still there, And that was
Mhm.
17th of December. It was just before Christmas because we cancelled Christmas. We didn't have Christmas. We had Christmas dinner on New Year's Day instead. Um, and we're into March now.
Right? Yeah. Well,
So,
it's what that's what you hear is people suffering effects for a while. Like
hmm,
only one person in our family got it, and she was really not very sick the first 3 or 4 days, and then she was fine and over it, and then a week later, it kind of came back, and she was really
resurgence.
sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, and but not testing positive for it anymore. Like she tested in the beginning, and then after that, not so
Oh,
much. So it's
that's in-
weird.
that's interesting, isn't it?
And none of us got it because we all tested. So it's really interesting. I mean,
I think the
we're all
test. I think the tests are interesting as well because when we had ours, 2 out of the 3, what we call LFT, lateral flow tests, or what you call a quick home at home test.
Mhm.
2 out of the 3 tested as negative. Mine tested as positive, but all 3 PCR tests, because obviously you do a PCR as a backup, all 3 PCR
Right.
tests came back as positive. So we did all have it, but the lateral flow tests hadn't picked up 2 of them.
Gotcha. Yeah, we did both tests. We did
Hmm.
the quick and
Hmm.
the PCR, and my wife had to do them multiple times so that she could go to work.
But your wife was ill before. Was it your?
Mm.
Am I getting mixed up
No.
with someone else? Maybe it wasn't. Someone I know. I thought it was you, Chris. Had had was ill, but was. Oh, do you know who it was? It was see, COVID brain.
Yeah.
What are their
Good
names?
excuse.
Fameable faces. Doug and Ali.
No,
It was
Doug and
Doug and
Allie.
Ali. Ali was really ill and she kept testing as negative. But they were sure
Really?
she had it, but she kept testing as negative.
Yeah.
I thought it
Interesting.
was your missus for a minute, and then I'm like, actually, no, it wasn't.
No.
Yeah, no, it
I
was.
mean, fortunately, we've all been really healthy for the last 2
Hmm.
years.
Hmm.
All the mask wearing and everything, we've been surprisingly healthy, actually. Well,
Well,
not
that's good.
surprising because we're just not being exposed to
Hmm.
normal germs and stuff.
Well, we were the same, and I never get ill,
Mhm.
so I knew something was. The thing that made me realize something was up was I lost my sense of taste and smell.
Yeah.
I was like, oh,
So you
okay.
must have the Delta variant.
And it's the
Mhm.
weirdest feeling not being able to, you know how if you get congested, you can sort of like blow your nose and taste a little bit. This was nothing, zero taste and zero smell. And it was like, where's the point in eating anything? I can't even drink a cup of coffee. Like, I can't taste anything. Where's the point? Just the weirdest sensation ever.
That would be weird.
And then I don't think my sense of smell is completely back. I can taste things now, but I don't think my sense of smell is still 100% back to normal. And like I say, we're into March.
Yeah. Wow.
Anyway, we're talking about this, and this is like depressing. What did we ever talk about before COVID? That's all I ever do.
Yeah. No, we were talking about why we were so busy. And
yeah, it's true. It's true.
And Brenda's saying she's glad that she saw we were
and
on.
I'm glad that she's come in. I'm glad that you're here.
Yeah. I know. I can't wait to get back at it, actually. I'm really like raring to go, but I kind of just don't want to go on and just kind of not be ready for what I want to do, you know? So, but I'm getting close. I think I might actually tomorrow do a DJ set. We'll see.
That would be really cool.
Yeah, if you can. We'll see. I'm not going to promise. It's hard to schedule or promise anything right now, but
yeah, that's how I felt a little bit like this as well. I was like, and of course the time difference as well. And I'm so glad you were able to come in, but I wasn't sure about saying I'll go live on such and such, because you know what, I'm like, I can't schedule anything. If I do, it always gets, well, we did it still got messed up. I was an hour later than I should have been.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Sorry, but
no worries.
I know exactly what you mean about not being able to, you know, schedule. Things come up last minute, or with the best will in the world, you know, you can't always follow through with the plan. But with something like DJing, hi badges, something like DJing, if you don't do it for a while, then you've got to get back into the swing of it. Like, you've got to get back into the momentum of it.
Yeah, no, actually I've been doing that a lot, just on my own. Well, just because I've been getting all this, because I've been going through my collection a lot. So I've just been like sorting through stuff, playing stuff, you know, not like a real like official, I'm going to, you know, thread this whole mix together for 2 hours, but see what I've got. And then when the new stuff comes in, then I'm trying to mix it into my old stuff and having fun.
I'm so
I've done a bunch of that. So I'm just,
that's good.
Yeah, practicing. So I'll be even better the next time I go live.
Oh, it's so exciting! Now you're building up the tension. Are you coming in to speak to us, badges, or are you staying in the cheap seats? What's your plan?
Oh, you're not late. Helen was late.
She's not late. Do you know what? I didn't go live until nearly 8, and I'd said 7, so I had to eat though. And I'd ordered Chinese, and then it took an hour and a half to get here. That's why I was so late going on, because I was like, no, I need to eat before I go live.
Yeah, right.
Otherwise, all you'd hear is
yeah. Or you'd be passing out there.
Yeah, hang on, I'll send it again. In the little group chat we had. Yeah, an Instagram group chat. Hang on, I need to find I'll find it again.
I had to copy and paste it. It wasn't just link, but
okay. Oh, that's weird. Hang on. I'll put it in there again. Badges. A minute. Ooh, I wonder what happens.
Because it'd be good to see multiple people on this too, to see how
I was going to say, I wonder. I was just about to say that. Great minds. I was thinking, like, I wonder what will happen when we've got 3 people on screen. There's the linky link. I do hear an echo now, actually. That's really strange.
Really?
I'd said that.
Echo? Well, when you did that, my phone just buzzed.
Oh, you're not echo. You're
not. I got the notification.
Oh, hang on. Somebody's used an emote. Oh, that's my.
Oh. Oh yeah.
Emote.
Yeah. That would be the one good thing about actually figuring out how to get it on the screen, is you can get them so that they're larger, so that people can actually see them. You know, besides what's just in the chat.
That's right. Because even on Badge's broadcast, when it's in the chat, you can't really see it very clearly, but when it comes across the screen, yeah, right. You get a better indication.
She'll be able to tell you all that stuff. She knows a lot more than me in terms of how stream elements work and integrating them into Restream. You know, it's possible you could even like I know you said you don't want to get into OBS, but you could do a simple OBS and probably just bring this Restream window right into OBS, and then you just have like one overlay to deal with.
My worry is that when there are, stack upon stack upon stack upon, things that you're having to go through, the latency and the delay, and
Right.
I'm concerned about that. I wanted to keep it as
Yep.
pared down and as simple as possible, using as little as possible to try and keep
Yeah.
it as, free flowing. I think when you start putting something, when you connect something into something else and you put an OBS into it, I just feel like that would just slow everything right down. Like there's already a lag.
Right. That's true with all that stuff.
So I'm
That's
not
why
sure.
Streamlabs stuff. That's why I think I have a few Streamlabs things, just minor things, but I've heard that they really slow things down and bog things
Yeah,
up.
because I did the
At
same
least
thing.
what
There's
I've
like Streamlabs, again, extensions and stuff like that on the.
done.
And I don't even know what they do. In fact, I can go into Twitch now and test what they do, because there's like a little Streamlabs overlay thing,
Oh, is there? Yeah.
and I don't even
So that's
know.
the thing is, yeah, if Streamlabs, yeah.
I don't even know what that does.
It's so confusing because they're all like Stream Elements, Streamlabs, Restream. They all have the word stream in them. So I'm just like,
Yep.
which one's which? And are they all connected? Like,
Yep. And then there's this
computer-
Restream,
Yeah, Restream. Exactly. Yeah. They all have stream in them.
and my panels at the bottom aren't working. Like my Teesprings merch panel was working before the affiliate thing, and now it's not. So I guess I'm going to have to disconnect and reconnect that or something. Like I've got a panel at the bottom where it says
The panel at the bottom of what?
of Twitch,
Of Twitch. Okay.
and it was like a direct connection to my. You know how I've got the merch? I've got like the mug with the bra and the thing and the t-shirts and all that.
Oh, you're talking about like on your homepage, those little the squares, the little.
Yes, but that's not even working. That's not even like line. That's not even. It's like the connection's broken or something.
Yeah.
Like I'm just looking.
Yeah,
at,
there's
I'm just
definitely
looking
a
at Twitch.
cleaner way to do those because I've seen like Lindsay and Joe's homepages are really clean.
Mm-hmm.
They just have individual boxes, and I think those are just probably text. They're not dynamic.
I need to figure something out, because that's supposed to be. It was Hang on.
Brenda says that Stream Elements is what most of the people she mods for use. Yeah,
Okay.
and that's what I'm hearing mostly.
That's what Lindsay was saying as well. Oh, she's sitting
Yeah.
there in the backstage, and I didn't even see her. I'm so sorry, darling. There she is. Yay!
Hello, hello.
So I wasn't on this page. I was on my Twitch.
Oh, you're fine.
Page.
I was fiddling around with the settings. I'm like,
you're fiddling around, were you? You fiddling?
Badges, what's up?
Fiddling.
Hello.
Hi.
Face to face. Hi.
Oh, it's so fun.
Oh.
Oh, wait a
Oh,
minute.
I got
no.
really small real quick. Hello.
I'm just fiddling. Sorry, I'm just fiddling. Wait a minute.
She's pushing the buttons, clicking the
she's
things.
doing
There we
That's
go.
lovely.
That's better.
That's lovely. It's so good to see both of you.
I know. I feel like I've not spoken to you
See
for
you too.
ages.
We've seen you, but
It's just not the same talking to a text box. I'm telling you right now,
Right.
we've got to get this sorted where we can have like little community chats.
Yep.
Have you used Restream before?
I do not. I actually use Discord voice chat, and I screen capture and bring that into my stream. So if you guys are ever around and just want to hang out, let me know and I can make that happen real fast. No links
so then
required.
With the Discord, there's video. There's video, not just audio chat. There's video in there.
Yeah, there's both.
Oh.
So you can choose if you don't want to do video and you just want to talk like you're on a telephone, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that Discord had a video option.
Yes.
Okay.
But then you bring that
utilize
in
it for
OBS
whatever
then,
reason,
right?
but in their channel. But yeah, we use that in the creative multiverse a lot, actually. In the way Joe and I both do our streams, we do the screen capture, so we have the option of either keeping that just voice only, because whenever you're showing art, that's kind of a nice way to have that happen.
Yeah.
But, the other day I had Michelle and I had.
Oh, that's right. I did see that. I was wondering how you did that.
Anthony. I think Jeremy was there with me.
Yeah, I saw that.
And I had both of them. They were a little bit smaller windows, but I had both of their videos kind of off to the side while I was doing my art. We were all doing art and chatting together, which was like all the feels were like, it made me all squishy inside. So that was a really nice option to have available. It's a little more flexible. Restream and StreamYard are very similar in how they work. You send your link out, you have your guests come in, they have their buttons that you push and do the layouts and things, which I think is super cool.
You push the what now?
You just push the buttons.
The
buttons.
The buttons. It's the way you used to say it. It's the way that you.
The buttons.
The buttons.
The buttons. Oh my gosh, I forgot about that. I forget about the little things. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. It's amazing. You guys, I took a nap this afternoon. So when I woke up, I was like, oh. Awesome.
Nice.
I was like, oh God, I'm late AF.
No, not at all. Not at all.
I'm glad that you were still on.
It is just a quickie, like let's test it out.
I love a good afternoon quickie.
Yeah, a quickie for Helen means like 4 hours.
That is true. Helen does love a good chin wag. She likes to drag that chin wag out long.
It's true.
That's true. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, I can't do a long chin wag today. I do have to leave in a quarter after. So 15
that's okay.
I'm going to wrap up after whatever that is for you.
Yeah, no, I'm going to wrap up. I'm going to wrap up at 9 anyway, just because the radio show starts, and then what happens is people start conversing on social media and talking about each song as it's playing and stuff like that. So I like to be around to answer that. So
yeah,
it's as close as I can get to actually doing it live. And I was told I could do it live if I want to, and I'm like, but I can never guarantee that I'm available on a Thursday night at 9 o'clock to do it live. True. So it's easier to still do pre-record, but I do like to answer people's comments as they're commenting,
Yeah, that's awesome.
But, this is. I like the simplicity of this. I know that OBS is all singing, all dancing, and you can do everything on it, but I just don't think I've got the capacity.
Oh, I have the faith in the capacity. I do. I have faith in capacity of everyone. Honestly, I think everybody could be an OBS master.
This will definitely be the way to go, though, when you have interviews from people that are just...
Yeah, it's very...
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Right.
This is definitely the best way for an interview. To onboard a guest, it's the easiest way.
Nice and quick, nice and simple, nice and plain as well. There's not too much distraction going on.
Yeah.
On the screen,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. She wanted to know how to get emotes to come up, and I didn't think there was a way to stream.
You know how yours fly across the screen? I love that.
That's not happening here.
No. I'm presuming that's an OBS thing, not a Twitch thing.
It's actually a Stream Elements thing, which is an add-on to OBS. Yeah.
That's how you do it, right?
Yeah, it's definitely a Stream Elements feature that they have.
I wasn't sure if it was something you could do, in Twitch itself, or if it had to be. Hang on.
You have to be in one of the studios like OBS or
yeah.
Probably Twitch. Have you ever dealt with Twitch Studio at all?
I haven't played with Twitch Studio. I know that it's there. I have already been set up with OBS, so that was just kind of an automatic for me to switch through that. But a lot, and then I think Streamlabs has their own version. It's like OBS, but it's different, honestly. From all of the videos that I've watched, and trust me, I've watched a few.
I'm so glad you have, because we're picking your brains because you've watched all the videos.
Streamlabs and Stream Elements are basically identical. They're just two different companies. But from what I've heard, Streamlabs, the one with an L, Labs, has a little bit of shaky ethics, so I kind of just veered real quick to the other one. They like to steal software and put their name on it and that kind of thing. So I was like, yeah, no. If I can get the same job done with a company that actually does it the right way, let's do it the right way. So a lot of people on Twitch still use Streamlabs, and there's nothing illegal about doing that, but it just gives me a bad taste.
Yeah, and I've heard Streamlabs has more of a lag issue too, where
Oh,
it's got
really?
where it has heavier, I don't know, back end stuff that lags things up worse than Stream Elements. That's what
Wow.
my understanding is why people use Stream Elements over Streamlabs. But
It's
if
weird.
Streamlabs
It's
is just
weird.
kind of
It's
like
weird because see when you're looking at all the sort when you're actually in Twitch and you're looking at the sort of extensions and stuff like that, it always seems to be Streamlabs that they are either promoting or that seems to be the go-to. I haven't really seen anything for Stream Elements, but Streamlabs seems to be the thing that you're directed to. You're directed towards that. When you're looking at what you can do and stuff on there, from what I can gather, which is interesting. I didn't even know Stream Elements was a thing. Like I've heard of Streamlabs because it's all over Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
On the back end, when you're looking at,
Yeah, they do have links to it and stuff.
Yeah.
But like in the extensions and stuff, is that what you're talking about? Stream Elements is in there too.
Yeah, in the extensions, it seems to be, anything that's kind of like viewer engagement. Because I was looking for, community engagement. It all seems to be Streamlabs. And then you told me Streamlabs had a bit dodge. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not saying don't use it. I'm just saying do your research and do what feels good in your heart.
Thing is,
Just follow your heart.
I haven't done any research for anything. I was saying to Chris, it took me long enough to try and get my head around the emote thing. I'm like, okay, I know I need to do this thing, but how do I even start? Like, so I finally got my head around that. But I don't know. I just want it to work. I just want it to be simple, and I want it to work.
And this would be the way to go then with Restream. This is the simplest way for sure.
I think so. I don't need it to be.
StreamYard.
Yeah, I don't need it to be arty-farty. And like I totally get it. Like when someone's doing either streaming full time or they're doing something artistic or they're doing something that's visual, something that's where it's important that the visuals look unique as well. They have to be different. They have to stand out from other people. I don't really need that. I just need to be able to bring someone up in with me and have a chat. There doesn't need to be anything, bells and whistles or, anything that's,
Yeah.
Just give me 2 seconds. There's an awful lot of nonsense going on in the background. Give me just a second.
Okay. Nonsense on. I'm just going to finish eating my muffin that I didn't finish this morning. Don't mind me while I eat on camera. How rude.
Otherwise known as post-nap brunch.
Yes, exactly. I had like this I cut a muffin in half, and then I had full intentions of doing activities today, but instead I chose a nap, apparently.
Yeah.
Unbeknownst to me, I needed a nap. Don't you love it when that happens?
I do. It's nice when I can actually fall asleep during the day for a little bit.
There's a lot less going on during the day, so it's easier for that to happen. So what you been doing lately? You doing your model stuff?
Not as much, actually. I've actually been doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes here to try to get this Retro Maker TV up. Been doing a lot of like video bumper stuff and intros and graphics.
That's so cool.
Yeah, just trying to figure out what I'm going to do and how I'm going to do it. But I really need to get back into it, or else it's going to be like.
Yeah, whenever I saw you change your screen name, and I was just like, that looks so familiar. But who are you?
Right? Yeah.
My brain broke for a minute. I was like, oh, that's Chris. That's Chris.
When I made those little 3D, like the boom boxes and the mixtapes and all those things, I set up an Etsy store named Retro Maker.
I remember.
So all my 3D model stuff is going to be Retro Maker 3D, but mine's going to be, I'm planning on doing different things, having the 3D thing, doing DJ sets, doing some retro video montage type stuff.
That's awesome.
So I'm planning on doing a bunch of variety. So I didn't want to be just like, this is the show. That's why I have TV. Plus Retro Maker wasn't available as a name.
Someone else pinched the name.
Yeah, but nobody else they don't. But they might have had it like 6 to 6 months ago. Like if somebody changes their name, it's still like blocked from being used for like 6 months or until it's available again.
How very dare they?
I was surprised.
Yeah, they have an entire like maker community on Twitch. Like there's people making all kinds of fun things. I don't know how
Right.
far, Helen, you've dived down the rabbit hole of Twitch, but they have interesting categories.
Not nearly far enough, to be honest.
Just veer right of the video games and go down the other hall where all the other cool kids are at.
Yeah. I know it's weird. I don't even see any video game stuff now that I follow I follow DJs, I follow makers and
Yeah,
artists.
I very rarely get served a video game unless it's Animal Crossing, because I'm kind of a weirdo about
Sure.
that.
Right. Or if it's somebody that normally does something else and they're just doing a gaming stream. But
Exactly.
Yeah.
I've really made a conscious effort to dive into the artist community here, and I've really started to get to know people.
Yeah.
And it's pretty darn cool. There's of course the oddballs, and there's plenty of those that I have been kind of avoiding, but I feel I am myself an oddball in my own way, so those people are just fine. I just don't know if we'll jive. Well, you never know.
Yeah. Well, that's the nice thing
It's been
about
good.
Twitch, though, is you don't have to jive with everyone.
No, there's
You know,
plenty of
it's such a
fish
big
in the
community
sea.
that there's not that small, like, everybody knows what everybody's doing
Yeah.
all the time.
Exactly.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Helen with the big nod. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about. I had I'm laughing because I got possibly my favorite insult of all time last night.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, you know how there's shit that's always going on, and last night it was
Stir in the pot.
it was Amazon twat, right? You know how an Amazonian woman, like a big
Mhm.
an Amazon twat, and I was really offended because they didn't say the word twat properly. It's not twat, it's a twat. There's an A in that word. Okay, it's not spelled T-W-O-T, it's spelled T-W-A-T, and I'm like, okay,
Wow.
that's quite insulting because you can't say it properly.
Hooked on phonics. Work for me.
Oh man, I think the sooner I leave the dregs behind, the better. That's what it feels like. It feels like my peeps have moved, and we're left with the dregs. And
Yep. They ain't going nowhere. I saw Miss Bicker did her final coffee chat.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
I heard
I was
about
like,
that.
oh, I thought she was going down with the ship. My God, it is
no,
news.
she's just had enough.
Oh,
Yeah. I saw like
Spill
she had a
that tea.
broadcast 2 weeks ago where she had a really bad experience, and I felt bad for her. And at that point, I thought she was done, so I didn't even know that she'd come back on.
What was the
Like
bad?
2 or 3 weeks ago, she had a really bad technical
okay.
stream.
Oh,
You
I
know, like
missed
a
that
lot of
one.
technical issues, and
yeah.
was really like.
I'm sure
I
she
think
probably
was
deleted
crying.
that
She
one.
was really upset. She was really upset with the whole thing and
Oh,
was done with it at that point. So it's not surprising that
I think it's understandable that she would be particularly upset since she's always been so
she's so
vocal
invested.
about supporting them. You know.
Mhm. Well,
Yeah.
they brought her over too. You know,
Yeah.
also that was a big thing.
Yeah, no, I was in that broadcast with her on the last one, and it did feel a little bit like this is an end of an era. Like this is a big deal.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? If Bobby's leaving, we don't
Oh,
hear
your
you. Are you
audio
muted?
went out.
Oh,
Something might have been
no!
happening.
Come back! She was saying something really important.
I'm just blowing my nose. Unless you want me to do that on camera, that's cool.
You were saying
Just one moment, please, while I blow my snot horn.
I thought, oh no,
Hey,
Restream's
Brenda.
blocked.
Brenda's still chatting in here. So
I think
true.
Brenda's the only person who's actually stayed with us.
Yeah, he knows what we're talking
Thanks
about.
for being here.
I mean, I
Yeah.
could have done that live, but I thought that maybe I should have turned all that off.
Fine. You don't stand
It's
on
only
ceremony
testing.
in my streams.
It's
Come
only
on.
testing.
It's only Helen. It's fine. Anything goes.
Hello and welcome to the Lung Butter Show.
The what?
The Butter Show. I had to. I couldn't step away.
Dear. Too funny. Oh man. There was something I was going to say there and I've completely forgotten what it was. There was something about this Restream and I've forgotten.
It looks good.
It looks all right, eh? I mean, there's a few things that you can fiddle with. Like, if you wanted a background, there's like little.
I love a fiddle.
bit, things you can fiddle with in the background. I don't particularly need a background, you know.
Can you do like videos and screen shares and stuff, I assume?
Yes, would you like to try
Yeah.
that?
Sure, poke the buttons, do the things, break the stuff.
Well, Chris did. Chris shared something. You can share something if you want to.
Oh, I don't have much to share.
You don't
I
have
did a
anything.
screen share to test it out before.
Oh.
Dun dun dun. Well, I try and share something then. Hang on.
This is
Yeah, you should share a video. Like instead of the screen, share the video and see how that works.
Well, I'll try and do that. Although the last time I did it, it was very laggy. So let's see if
I don't
do a
have
video.
much to share here, honestly. So y'all see my Instagram? I can show you my Instagram.
That's fine. Just as a test. Hang on, and I'll try and you do that, and I'll try and find video. Video killed a baby.
Oh,
What
wait,
did you
let's
miss,
not-
Linda? You had to walk the recon guy back out.
Oh, there we
I
go.
don't think you missed anything.
No, just a bunch of
No.
yakking. All right. Can you guys see that?
Well, I can if I toggle it on. Hang on, wait a minute.
Air.
Click on toggle. There we go.
Oh, there it is.
Okay. Oh, so that now I didn't
Okay.
touch the layout. It automatically stacks us to the side. I like
That's
that.
fancy.
And it
Ooh.
automatically puts the screen share in the big one window.
Yes,
Oh.
it did
And now
that.
I can see what's going on because I adjusted my window.
So
this is
Glad
the
Yes,
Android
glad
thing.
you resized that. I didn't touch anything, but it
I did.
automatically-
I resized my window.
But it automatically made the screen share the large window. I like that.
That's interesting.
These are my freak shows that I made on Tuesday night. So there's this art streamer named Cody Shibby, and he does, it's kind of like speed rounds where you get to work off of, you have to include like these 3 or 5 prompt words, however many are chosen for that round, and then you have like an hour or less, usually less, to create a creature or something with those words. So there's 3 rounds. This one was nerdy, bumpy, friendly, blue, and spiky. Did this in like 45 minutes.
Nice.
That includes coming up with the concept, sketching it, coloring it, and scanning it in and posting it all in that time. And it's like, wow. So these are my fun little creatures I did the other day. And then we're in the midst of Magical March. So I have Disney stuff starting to show up on my feed. Lots of fun DDoS.
The one that you did of King Triton was so accurate. It almost looked like it was the actual animation. It was really
Oh,
good.
this guy? Thank you.
It was so accurate that it got banned from Instagram.
No,
Right?
it didn't.
Not banned,
No,
but
Discord would not let me upload it.
Discord did. Yeah, okay, that's
Yeah,
it. Yeah,
Discord would not let me in. Discord did not like the man nips. Or man areolas, rather. He doesn't have any nips, you guys.
Yeah, that's the thing though. It's like
Oh, cool.
I
How did you do that? Mixtape is live now. Is that just something you wrote in there?
captions at the side. There's a little thing for captions at the side. So
Oh,
I'm
that's
going to leave
awesome.
that.
You can just-
I'm going to leave that there just in case anybody does want to tune into the radio thing while we're talking. There was something else I was going to do. Oh yeah, I was going to test the video. I was going to put a video up.
This is a fun one. I think this is my favorite one from Archuary so far.
It's very cool.
But yeah. I did all these over on Haps, so you guys should remember some of these.
I don't remember the pilot one.
The pilot one?
Go up there to the right, up above. Keep
This?
going above the shoe.
Oh.
The one with the helmet.
This
that
is from Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, the guy.
Oh, okay.
Rick
I
Moranis,
don't
whenever he
remember seeing
has the
that
helmet
before.
on him.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
cool. I don't remember that one.
That was
The other ones are familiar.
helmet was the day's word for that.
Oh, okay, that was the helmet.
Inktober pieces. Ella claimed this as her husband. I was like, okay.
TikTok.
Or boyfriend rather. Yes, good old TikTok from Return to Oz.
I just want to test something. I know that we're looking at your
Yeah.
screen, but I want to see if I toggle on this thing for the video, if it automatically removes your screen or if it puts it in addition to it, right? Because I'm going to share a video, so I want to see what happens if I do that. without touching your screen share. Okay. So it's put it at the bottom alongside us. It's made it a small video, a small screen.
Gotcha.
So if I switch your screen share off and share the video, I want to see if it does what it did before, moves us all over and makes that the big screen, or
Yeah,
it doesn't. So it must just be the screen share option that it does that for, where it makes it the big screen. Because
Can you manually make your video the big one? Is there a way to
like a layout
but let's
switcheroo?
hang on, let's try that. I'll just switch it on first. Okay, so it's a drag and drop. It's a drag and drop situation then.
Well, that's really nice though that you have that option. That's so cool.
Took long enough to figure it out. I'm like, well, I'll press that one. I'll press that one. I'll press that one. Oh fuck it, let's drag and drop. Oh, there we go.
Oh, Florida, get it.
That's what this is all about.
Eventually.
Is there a way
Yep.
to get rid of the chat on the side? If you
Yes.
ever want to, like, because you could do like the video as like an intro and
Yep.
then, bring everything back in.
The chat doesn't have
Yes.
to be on the screen. The I've forgotten how I put it there in the first place. Hang on. Oh, there it's your chat overlay. There we go.
There you go. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what I wanted to see.
So the reason I had
That looks
the
nice
reason I had
too.
done it with the chat overlay on the screen is because one of the things that used to bug me about Haps was people who were in Haps couldn't see the comments from the other
Mhm.
platforms, and that'll be the
Yes.
same here. Whereas if I've got it on screen, people who are in Twitch can see what's being said on YouTube. Not that there's anybody else here from anything other than Twitch, but if there were people in from multiple places, we could see all the comments on the screen. So in an interview situation where there'll be multiple
Right.
social medias, I think that would be a good
Right.
option.
Well, that makes sense. I just wanted to see what it could do because
Yeah.
potentially you could have this screen be a full video right now, and then just click and go through, to set it up for your interview. Then, so you could have an intro.
There's
Yeah.
also a recording option as well. So if you wanted to come into this here, not actually broadcast it live, but record it, there's a little toggle at the top that has a recording option as well. I haven't tried that. I haven't used it. It might be a paid feature.
It might also just record it too as a file, so that when you're done, with your stream, it'll
Yeah.
have a recording. Because I know OBS does that if you want it to.
Yeah. The thing is, you can always just download it from whatever social media you've put it out to. So that doesn't really matter. You can download it from YouTube or Twitch or whatever, can't you? So the recording thing doesn't really matter so much. But there are things that you would need to pay for to use. Like obviously we're using the free version just now, and that seems fine. But like I say, if I was to do an interview, and I hate using the word interview because a 4-hour natter with someone isn't an interview, right? It's just a blather, isn't it?
Yeah.
But if we were doing that and you'd have multiple I'd want that person to be able to connect to their social media. I need to pay for that per month. That's not a free. The echo's got worse.
Yeah, I've been hearing it since I've been here.
Do you guys have?
I don't.
I have like zero sound happening out here.
Do you guys have a settings cog at the bottom of your screen?
Yeah.
Yes.
When you click on that, do you have an audio option?
Yep.
Do you have a toggle that says echo cancellation?
Yep.
Is it on or off?
It's on currently.
Yeah, it's blue, right? Which means on.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
And then there's an audio input, which is default. Oh yeah, that just chooses what your
mic is.
output.
Yeah. There's an advanced option at the bottom, but it's the echo cancellation thing. So we've all got it on, so there's no reason why there would be an echo. That's weird.
Right. It helps some, but headphones, if available, if you have multiple people, will always solve the majority of the problems. Sometimes it doesn't fix all of it, but usually that's what goes on. I know you guys know that. I don't have to teach you that.
Yeah. I actually started with Bluetooth headphones in, and it wasn't working.
Was there still
Yeah,
right.
I couldn't hear.
Well,
Chris
it was
Williams
picking
there.
up the microphone from for me.
Yeah, it was dippy and dippy. The technical term is dippy in and outy.
Dipping.
It was dippy in and outy.
Was the noise cancellation and echo stuff still on? That might have been playing.
Yeah,
with
no,
it.
we put that on after we discovered there was an echo after you took the headphones off, after you took, because obviously that would be suppressing whatever the echo was, but it was dipping in and out, and then when then we got the echo. Brenda thankfully was here to tell us there was an echo.
Yes.
And we thought that had resolved it, but it sounds like after we've put on the video.
Well, it was on, but it was still echoey before the video.
I wasn't hearing. I can hear it now, but I wasn't really hearing an echo before. Weird.
Oh, I have to give you a 5-minute warning, my friends.
I need to go anyway, so we'll wrap it up. Thank you so much. I feel really bad that I haven't even been there to listen to the start of that and catch up with the people that are messaging me on Facebook group chat and stuff. Thank you, you Perry Gems, for coming in to talk to me for a little while. I'm sorry I was so late. And Brenda, thank you for sticking around in the cheap seats. Shall we keep the name Cheap Seats?
I love cheap seats, honestly.
Yeah, makes sense.
I kind of felt like on Haps, as soon as everybody started using the phrase cheap seats, I didn't want to use it anymore because it wasn't unique anymore. But I think we can keep it here. So thank you, Cheap Seats. I can see that there are other eyeballs there not saying anything, which is odd. So hi, creepy lurky people. And
I gotta kind of get used to the eyeballs not talking. It's just like, okay,
it's really weird.
Collective chat.
It's always been weird. Even on Periscope, when you could see who was in the room, it was still always.
Well, you can still see the user list on Twitch. You can see all the usernames, but it's like a big, huge cultural no-no to not call out those names.
Yeah, lurking is good and allowed.
Lurking is very
There's times when I'm lurking, when I don't want to get to a chat, I just want to watch.
Yep,
it's fair.
I love that you've actually got a lurky badge where you're, people can actually see that they're.
Oh, my emote, my little lurk mode, lurking.
Okay, well, I'm going to wrap up with this, and kisses to everyone. I don't know how that comes through on the chat.
Oh, it's pretty.
Yeah.
Oh, it is. You can see it on the chat. It's tiny in here, though, isn't it?
It is a little tiny, but that's okay.
How did I? Oh,
it's bigger in the Twitch chat. It's bigger, that's what matters.
Okay, the comments. Now that's interesting. I took the chat overlay off, and now the comments aren't on the. See, the previous ones
they are, but they reset.
Lost the previous ones. Okay, so I've not to do that. Otherwise, we'll lose what was there before. That's interesting. Okay, people, I'll love you and leave you. Thank you so much for coming. We have to do this again when we've got more time and we can actually have it. And we know, and when I know what we're doing, so we can actually focus on talking rather than focus on the technical, like what am I pressing here, there.
Great to see you guys.
I know, it's been too long. It's been too long. If anybody's interested in listening to Helen's mixtape, it is on 365radio.co. Go and tune in. If anybody is still there and wants to listen in. I was working really, really hard on that up until the very last minute. I'm assuming it went out.
I'll be listening for the beeps.
For the fire alarm in the background. At least it's not Texas Chainsaw this time.
Oh my gosh, you do have the fire alarm beeps.
Chris spotted it straight away. He's like, you might want to switch, switch your fire alarm. I'm like, oh shit, that might be on the recording. You zone out of it when you're used to hearing it. You forget it's there until someone draws your attention.
Helen, just don't make it a permanent part of your show, and it'll be fine.
Oh, we can make that a feature.
No,
there you go.
I'm gonna draw you a fire alarm emote if that happens.
You totally should. We've got two collaboration times this week. I did collaboration time twice this week.
Oh my gosh, we get to sing along.
You do, right? On that bombshell. Bye, folks. This is the longest, most drawn out goodbye.
Bye. Bye, Brenda.
Smell you later.
Bye. Bye.
Bye, Helen.